JJ-Rue Designs. Welcome to my craft room studio. Kids' bedroom turned into a craft room. So this is an old elementary school kids' cubbies, and I have different baskets and tins and stuff in here. So I have sewing, I have extra baby wipes and different supplies. I have golden paint and stuff, my Delusions paint. And then up here we have my mailing stuff. I had card bases that I've made. I have cards that I've made to give to family and friends for different events. These are my journals. This tote is empty, room for growth. I have my gel plates here. My watercoloring stuff is here. And then this is different books and stuff, or different covers ready to be made into journals. Books that I have gutted. And then this is my two cubbies full of inventory or journals that I've already finished. I have my scan and cut here, and then I have my distress inks here in an old cassette cabinet. And then this is just a floating shelf, and I have used a dowel and cut my different blending tools. So I was trying to use as much up and down space in my room as I could, so my husband built this for me. So on the top I have some fabric scraps and my iron, and then my ball jar for my rusting of metals. I have leather, and I have some encaustic supplies here. And this is fabric. This is little bits of fabric, and then this is lace, and then this is big pieces of fabric, and then this is my rag bin and my rag shelf. And these are books that I have gutted, and I have to find a location for these. And then we have all my stencils and my spin around. And then I have this refrigerator shelf or refrigerator cabinet that has some books and different papers. And there's some books and some Bibles and some different pieces of ephemera and stuff, and magazines, and my shrinky dinks and my acetate and all sorts of different supplies that I reach for frequently. And then on this shelf I have this is all my words or letters for mixed media or journal pages. And then I have some focal points. And then this is my tag bin. So all the tags either that I have bought or that I have downloaded and cut. And then I have some fabric inserts or fabric little pieces, journaling cards that are ready for journals. And then this is all my envelopes, tucks, and pockets. And down here is the tea dyed papers that I have already tea dyed, my ribbon, and then my gel print pulls are there. And then I store my scoreboard, and then all of my, what I would say is journal, like cardboard and pieces to make like covers and that kind of thing down beside my chair. So this is little pieces of ripped off fabric that I use for tucks and for cards and tags and stuff. This is my page a day, 21. Every week I do one page kind of showing what I'm doing in my studio or my craft room so that I can have a year-long memory. These are my big dies. These are dies and stamps that I reach for frequently. This is my cup of different supplies. This is also stamps and dies that I reach for frequently. My crocodile. And then we get into, this is the shelf that my husband made, and then I put it on top of two IKEA drawers. So everything up here is pretty much stuff that I use frequently. This is my melt gels and mediums and glue, acetone, gel medium and gesso spray bottle, my encaustic gesso, all my glues. This is for mark making and or stamps of my gel print or embossing folders. This is my glitter. These are things that I use for my embossing. And these are my two Seth Apter embossings. These are little tins that I made from, inspired by Tracy Fox, to put all of my little bits in for different embellishments. And then I have my button charms and my other page decorating charms and encaustics and pin charms, so I can add those to my pages and pulls. My sponges for stenciling, gelatos, alcohol inks. And then this is another bowl with some random little stuff that needs my attention. Color burst and ring inkers, my Delusions shimmer sprays, my oxide sprays, another like jar with just little things, my 6-hole punch. This is Vaseline for distress, and my Stains by Patty Pockets and my Glimmer stuff. These are all my archival inks, my distress inks that I use, my vintage photo stuff use often, a paint palette, and then my blocks. And then most of these drawers are empty, and so there's room to go, but I do use clothespins often, elastic for making insertions into my journals. Washi tape is in the next drawer. I don't have very much, which is good, but just got that all thrown in there. My binding thread and my needle and binding system is in here. And then over here, all the rest of these are empty, and then this one has my rusted bits. So all the bits and pieces that I have already rusted that needed a home. My desk needs to be wiped off, but I have the Tim Holtz glass mat. Love it. Cleans up really, really well. My other spinner with all my other tools in it, and then I have an old Pepsi thing crate that has all my other book corners and bulb pins and things that I reach for quickly or often that I can get. My small collection of Copics, and then my other small collection of acrylic pens and markers, magnets, rubber bands, safety pins, etc. And then this is two shoe racks that I've stacked on top of each other. And I've made them into the little cubbies. So up in the top is my beads and glitter that I don't reach for very often. And then I have my label maker, my acrylic paints. This is my journal cards and vellum and tissue and napkins. And then I have 10 of these, 8 of these cigar boxes that I have labeled for each of my different kinds of ephemera. So alphabet, playing cards. This one is my waxed papers. This one is miscellaneous. This one is dried and pressed flowers, buttons, number ephemera, and bees ephemera. And then I have my coffee filters and my deli papers and my baby wipes. Cutter, my big kick, and then I have my big Mongo paper cutter. And then in here I have different embellishments or different pieces that I have made to add to pages or to my journals. And then the bottom two drawers, one is for soldering and then one is for jewelry making. So it has charms. And then I have my Rascot cart, and on the top I primarily have punches. I have my Misty, and then I have ribbons and string, different tapes. I have my corner rounder, and then my 2 crocodile punches, and then the bottom is book tape for make spines and silver tape. And then I have a big shot over underneath my ironing rack. My ironing rack I do use as for ironing, but at this point it's mostly collecting. It's a surface to collect items. I have 3 adult children, and they're all currently living at home. Once they start to move out, then I will be able to turn this closet into an open storage area for this room to expand my storage so that my ironing board won't be here anymore. But right now the closet is acting as a storage space for my oldest daughter's childhood dreams and storage stuff. So the last wall, which is where you come in from the door, at the top I have 3 of these shelves. Well, 4 if you count the little one. And up here I have coaching books. I coached for 25 years. So I have coaching books and reference books. I have a basket with felt pipe cleaners, popsicle sticks, my wool felting, and my heat transfer, along with my mink foils and cricket foils. I have a few little small gifts in here, ribbon and twine, and then my raffia, and then goodie bags. Miscellaneous alphabet stickers from my scrapbooking days. Stencil and photo paper, because I cut with my Cricut. I cut my own stencils. Some reference idea books for scrapbooking. And then extra supplies. So like extra adhesive, extra blending tool, foams. And then these 2 are empty. And then I have tissue and gift tags for when we wrap presents. I have some pens, nibs and pens for calligraphy. This is a box of tins to do some more like Tracy Fox did of the tins. I have a Dremel tool that I got for Christmas. I just have to get the attachments so I can start drilling holes in rocks or my sea glass. These are my 4x6 Allie Edwards journal cards. These are the few stamps that I do have that I keep, and a few dies for card making. And then I have this is a coaching book. This is my reference color book of all the swatches of all of my pens and inks and stuff. And then this is my paper supplies, and it's done by color and pattern. So like the yellow pattern, yellow solid, orange pattern, orange solid, pink solid, pink pattern, pink solid. So that's how that goes. And then I've got a few of the extras, like of the Tim Holtz papers and stuff that I use for my journal making. Then we go down here, and this is my Cricut, and this is my Mink. And then at the bottom I have a binding machine. And then at either side of this has my additional storage, and I have vinyl and punches and some wood stamps, and then my paper supplies. That's a tour of my craft room. I hope you'll come back and visit me here on YouTube and follow my journey of making and selling journals.